I'm Ernie Harris, and this is Courtside. I'm joined with head coach Tracy Vest for the Rhea County High School girls basketball team. Courtside is proudly sponsored by First Bank. Community banking gives you the win. The local team that cheers you on. Local bankers who know your name and celebrate you in all life's big wins. To experience the First Bank difference, visit 1525 Market Street in downtown Dayton or call 423-775-1522. First Bank, member FDIC. Well, Coach Vest, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll delve right into it. Last night you played Cumberland County High School, the Lady Jets on senior night. Didn't go your way. Outcome was 73-36. They hit 11 threes, Coach. Pretty good shooters, kind of like the first meeting back in January.
Right. Well, our mindset was coming in last night to limit their three-point shots, and they do a very good job of in transition and get the ball in the middle and kick it back out. So it wasn't 17; it was just 11. But then again, it's hard to overcome that when they can shoot the ball as well as they do.
Right. Yeah, they're good shooters, good shooting team, and they have a really good record. So they're a strong team as well. It was a non-district game. Monday night, Coach, you played Chattanooga Patriots, also here at Rhea County High School. Got the win, 63-51. Macy Welch, lone senior, we're going to discuss with her later, but Macy Welch had 35, Coach. A career high for her. She had 5 points at the half, but then wound up with 30 for the game. And how's that feel?
Well, you know, Macy has, this year, she's dealt with a lot of things, you know, especially before Christmas. And then the first game back after Christmas, she got hurt, so she couldn't play for a week and a half. But but she's come back here the last week and a half and played really well. And I was glad to see her come in and take over the game in the last half to do what, you know, capable of what she's doing.
That is correct.
So, and I haven't been here for a long time, but I don't know 30 points in one half. I mean, that's a lot of points.
That might be a school record. I'm still going to check into that. But you're right. She did take over the game, so to speak, as you mentioned. She hit 5 threes for the game and a lot of buckets and some free throws in between. But 35 points, a career high for Macy. And also you got the win. So that's several key factors there for the night. I have Macy, the first 4 games of January, the new year, 2021, she only had 39 points, Coach, in those 4 games. The last 4 games, she has scored 85 points.
And I think that contributes to her being healthy. I think she's getting there. You know, we were very skeptical about playing her until we got the doctor's notice that it's saying that she could actually play. So, and since she's coming back, and it just took her some time to get healthy, just like the rest of other kids. You know, it's just taking time for them to get healthy, and so Macy's gotten healthy, and she's playing well, just like a senior should be.
Very nice. A lot of her supporting cast, so to speak, they're also back in the lineup, and you're getting back to somewhat normal, if you want to say that. As far as your roster, like some of the starters that started the year have been out for injuries and so forth, but the last few games, you've had somewhat of a full roster. Would you say that?
Yeah, last night was actually the first game that we actually got to start the original starting 5 who was going to start at the beginning of the year. So that kind of shows about we're getting healthy. We're not actually 100% healthy, but we're getting there. And I think you see a difference on the team. You know, we're playing better, and when we get there, we're going to get there. And it will show for us to be competitive, and I think they will get there, hopefully by the end of the year, and to play winning basketball.
Very nice. Let's recap who those starters are, your first 5.
It is Hayla Patton, Macy Welch, Ava Travis, Skytran, and Emma Gentry.
Emma Gentry, that's right. Emma Gentry also had some playing time. We covered that 2 weeks ago. She come off the bench a lot last year.
Right.
But all the others are pretty fresh starters, right?
Yes.
New starters. A couple of sophomores in there too, right, Coach?
Right. Yes.
Ava and Hala.
Yeah, they're just now trying to get healthy. Ava has had an ankle injury.
Right.
And Ava's had some issues, so they're just now coming back too. And Skytran also has had some issues, so we're just now trying to come back to be 100% healthy.
Right.
And I think last night that they done a good job. Their minutes are limited because we have to take them out, but I mean, once we get there, we're going to get there.
Right. Travis, I noticed, almost had like 10 points the other night, which she's scoring more points lately, getting under the box, down low.
Yes. And now, when she was, before Christmas, she was averaging a double-double.
Right. So,
and then, you know, she's had some issues ever since then, but she's going to get there.
Right.
And she's type player that we can get there where she can have a double-double every night.
Very nice. Hala Patton also likes to score, and she can hit the three pretty well, as well as Emily McClure. Right. On a hot night. A couple weeks ago, she had 15. Right. All threes.
Right. Emily does a good job coming off the bench. She gives us a spark. And you need that out of a six-player coming off the bench like we had Emma last year.
Yep.
So
Emma Gentry also hit a couple threes last night against Cumberland County. So good group, and hopefully you have 3 games remaining, Coach. Hopefully, like you said, build some momentum going into the district tournament, perhaps.
Yes, we you know, we just keep getting healthy and understand our role, and I think we'll be okay.
Very nice. Those upcoming games, they have Warren County at Warren County this Friday, February 5th. I want to say you start at 7 Eastern. Is that right? 6 local time, 7 Eastern. Warren County is 9-10, Coach. They're 1-5 in the district. First meeting was 76-40 here at Ray County.
Right.
I'd say you're definitely improved since that game.
Yeah, and if you remember that game, I mean, we fell behind 34-8. In the first quarter. In the last 3 quarters, we almost played them even. So hopefully this time that we can come out and do a better job and play them better than we did last time.
Yeah, they had, I want to say, 8 or 9 threes at the half.
They did.
It's just unbelievable. Shooting lights out. Who does that? They did that night. White County is next week, next Tuesday, February 9th. White County's 19-5. They're once again, you know, a strong team in the district. They're 4-2 in the district. And then Friday, February 12th, the regular season finale at Cookeville. They are 15-7. Also, they're 4-1 in the district as of today, Wednesday, February 3rd. They're, you know, strong teams to, you know, finish the last 3 regular season games, Coach. Right.
It's going to be tough. But, you know, then again, we got to, you know, go out and play. Right. I think Cookeville was winning our district. I don't know. Did they get beat last night?
I'm not sure. Well, they were 4-1, so I didn't check whether they won last night or not.
So yeah, it's going to be tough, especially where all 3 games is going to be away. And so we just got to get mentally prepared and come out and play hard.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, once again, I appreciate you joining us today, and we'll be right back after this brief message from our sponsor, First Bank. And once we return from that message, we're going to be joined with lone senior, as we discussed earlier, Macy Welch, Lady Eagle Macy Welch.
Community makes us stronger together. How strong? Together, we can lift our whole community, pull our entire town through, break down walls, pave a way for change, even move mountains. Get the strong advantage of a community bank. At First Bank, giving back carries a lot of weight. No wonder local banking gives you more pull. First Bank, community strong.
And we're back from our message from our sponsor, First Bank. We're joined at Courtside with senior Lady Eagle basketball player Macy Welch. Welcome, Macy.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here with us today. Macy is a multi-sport athlete. She also plays softball as much as also plays for the Lady Eagle basketball team. Macy, what's it mean to you to play 2 sports? How tough is that?
It actually is a lot harder than you'd think, because literally the day after basketball season, I go right into softball. Every year I've done that, and that's always, I feel like, the worst part of my year, that one day where it's just I have to go right into a different sport. I mean, but besides that, like, I'm always used to it. I've always been playing sports, like, my whole life, all the time. So it's not as bad for me.
So you're kind of used to it.
Yeah, at this point, but sometimes it still does. Like, I get so tired, like, by the end of the year, like, I'm so tired of having to stay after school every day, but.
Right, it's kind of like I guess a second job or a job,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Macy, senior year, Lady Eagle basketball player, played all 4 years for the high school, is that correct? Okay. What does it mean? You had senior night last night. They celebrated with senior night Tuesday. I forgot what date it was, February 2nd. Groundhog Day. Senior night was last night against Cumberland County. Didn't go the way you wanted it to against the Lady Jets. Lost in a loss. But what does it mean playing for the Lady Eagles all 4 years? What's it mean to you?
Well, most specifically this year, I feel like it's been like trying to build it back up again since everybody left last year. And a bunch of people thought, like, oh, they're going to be so bad, they're going to do this. And we all basically went in with that mindset, like, oh, we're just going to be awful, we're going to do a lot worse than we did last year. And really, I think that it was more about, like, we just had to get into the groove of things, and we had to get actually practicing. And I think we have gotten a lot better since we've gotten to do that.
Right.
So I think basically it's just us not giving up on the whole thing.
Right. It has been a challenging year, to say the least. I've discussed with Coach Tracy Vest, the head coach of the Lady Eagles, multiple times off camera and on our courtside 2 weeks ago. Overcoming that has been a challenge, I know, for you ladies, but that's a great mindset and very positive mindset. I commend you for that. That's remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't always like that. I would say it took a lot. Like, through the middle of the year, it was kind of a harder time, but I think after we started practicing, we started playing better, like, they realized, oh, we shouldn't give up. Like, there's no reason to give up when we keep getting better.
Right. Even though, you suffered some losses this year, you all play to the very end. You play hard. You know, your record doesn't indicate how hard you're playing, and I tell Coach Vest that all the time. So kudos to you and the team for that, and especially with the mindset. Now, coming into your senior year, like you mentioned, you lost 4 starters from last year. Last year's team, 25-6, 2 Division I signees. I think it's been a long time since that's happened at Rhea County High School, 2 D1 signees. But you lost that. You were the only remaining starter and the lone senior. You're switched to point guard this year, overcoming adversity as a team you've just discussed. But how did the switch, how did that go for you? Switching to point guard.
At the beginning of the year, it was a lot to get used to, because I'm not used to doing that. I'm not used to having to bring the ball up the floor. Like, last year I was pretty much just shooting all the time I could. But this year I feel like I had to have a bigger role. Like, I was supposed to be the leader. I was supposed to run everything basically. And it was harder at first, and I think that's why I have been doing better the past few games. I've gotten more comfortable with doing that. So it's not been as bad. Like, it's not bad. Okay.
You are a great shot at the three-point land. I call it three-point land. Beyond the arc. You've hit a lot of threes, especially of late. First 4 games of January, you only totaled 39 points. 39. Last 4 games for Macy, she has 85 points. In the last 2 games, last night against Cumberland County, and then Monday against Chattanooga Patriots, she scored 35 points. So 47 points in 2 games. 35 points is a career high for you. So how's that feel?
Oh, it was crazy, because I knew I had passed it. I was like, maybe I just have 30. And I was like, there's no way I've had 35 points or 30 points. And I even asked my dad after the game, I was like, do you know how many I had? And he was like, no. Like, he went to ask, he had to figure out, and I went up there and he was so excited. But I mean, it's a great feeling to do that, and we came off of a win from it, so it's even better.
Yeah, they beat Chattanooga 63-51. She had 5 points at the half. That's still unbelievable. It might possibly be a Rhea County High School record for most points at a half. I'm continuing to check on that for you fans. But 35 points, and like I said, 12 last night against Cumberland County. So that's 47 points, 85 in 4 games. So you're really coming on strong late. I guess when you have to. District tournament's coming up. You have 4 games remaining. Speaking of which, 4 games remaining. Do you have any season goals remaining for the season?
I actually am 40 points away from my 1,000th, so I'd really like to get that. And all district has always been one of my, I've always wanted to get that.
Right.
But I feel like for me, the 1,000 point is just it's the biggest accomplish I could get this year.
Right.
Because not many people get into the 1,000 point club, I feel like.
That's true. It's a very elite club, and it's a great milestone if you can get it. Last year, I think a couple of Ricky Guthrie, and I want to say who else got a Lady Eagle got it? Haley Cameron. Haley Cameron. So it's an elite group. So that would be a nice cap off to your senior year, perhaps. Yeah, very nice. So 40 points away with 4 games left. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
sure.
possible.
Hopefully. Surely.
Surely. So we covered that. Goals for the remainder of seeding. We covered that. Goals for the next level. Do you want to play sport in college, whether it's softball or basketball?
I committed to Cleveland State in the summer to play softball.
Okay. Very nice. Ending the season this year, going out on a high note. You mentioned earlier off camera the district tournament's coming up. Do you have any goals for the district tournament besides making all district?
I would love to win the 4-5 game and actually get to play like a region game, and because if you win the 4-5 game, you get a region game already.
Right.
So that's automatically a few more games.
Right.
And it would make my / year a little longer. So. Very
nice. Well, Macy, any last words for what it means to be playing for Rhea County High School?
There's nowhere I'd rather be.
Very nice. I greatly appreciate you joining us today on Courtside, and good luck the rest of the season, and good luck making the 1,000 point club as well as the all district team.
Thank you.
And as well as winning the 4-5 game.
I hope so.
Well, good luck. Thanks again, Macy. I want to thank the fans for watching and follow along with us on Courtside. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news, sports, and community updates, follow the Herald News on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for new videos each week. Thank you to our sponsor, First Bank, for your support of Courtside and our community. If you're looking for a bank that cares about the community, they are located at 1525 Market Street in Dayton, or give them a call at 423-775-1522. First Bank, member FDIC. Thank you, Macy. I'm Ernie Harris, and we'll see you next week. And we're back again with John Walker, head coach for the Rhea County boys basketball team.